I remember the movie Groundhog Day and how Bill Murray continually seemed to repeat the same cycle of events over and over again, and he got to look at them a little differently each time. It was just this continual repetition. And it reminds me very much of the pandemic that we've been going through for almost 2 years. It just seems like a constant repetition of these same trials and difficulties. Now, how did that movie end? It ended when Bill Murray stopped being selfish and tried to do things to help other people. That is what brought an end to that continuous cycle. And I think that's the answer for us too. That ultimately, what's going to get us through this pandemic is going to be looking out for each other, trying to take care of each other, and not holding on to those things that are our rights and our demands, but rather being willing to shoulder the responsibility with others to try to carry all of humanity through. What Paul says in Philippians, the second chapter, is do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. That's a tall order, because selfish ambition and vain conceit is very much at the center of who we are as human beings of the flesh. Sure, those things are deeply ingrained, but he says don't do it. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves. Humility being the tricky part. If we can really be humble, if we can recognize, that our thoughts are not necessarily the ones that need to be spread throughout the world, that our way and our rights are not the most important thing. If we can have that humility, it's going to create a better world. If everyone had this same sense of humility. But of course, we can't change everybody. We can only change us. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others. And this is just Christianity right at its heart. It is love for God and love for your neighbor. A love that means that sometimes we don't get what we want. And sometimes, we have to extend ourselves sacrificially to help others and to help the world to move forward. If we can do this, we will be able to get off eventually of this endless loop that seems like that movie Groundhog Day.